Some experts say today could essentially decide who the Democratic nominee will be. In fact, if Joe Biden rises momentum in these 6 states, it could be bad news for Bernie Sanders. Paul Nelson spoke with experts today who say the sooner the primary is over, the easier it'll be to unite the party.
After all the twists and turns of the Democratic primary season, today could be a major factor in the decision.
This has turned into a remarkably important day. If we'd had this interview a couple of weeks ago, it would not have been.
Just 2 weeks ago, it appeared Bernie Sanders was the frontrunner for the Democratic nomination. But then some of the other candidates dropped out, like Pete Buttigieg, Amy Klobuchar, and Elizabeth Warren.
The handwriting was on the wall for most of these candidates. Their fundraising was shutting down.
Biden's campaign was also running on fumes, but that's completely turned around after South Carolina and Super Tuesday. Locken says part of that is because he got more of the traditional Democratic voters.
The voters over age 50 and the African American vote, and they showed up in such strong numbers, back-to-back events like that. Now the test today is to see if they're going to be in these 6 states as well.
Locken says because of how things have shaped up so far, today's elections have a lot on the line, but that it means more to Sanders than it does to Biden.
At the end of the today, we could see a sweep of all 6 states by Biden. And if we do, it could end the Bernie Sanders campaign.
He says that would give the Democrats time to unite behind one candidate. President Trump's already raising money for the general election campaign. Nominating a Democratic candidate earlier would allow them to do the same.
Still be raising that money, crisscrossing the country, making the case. But in this case, instead of competing for the nomination, it would be the effort of literally building the coalition needed for the November election.
Covering campaign 2020, Paul Nelson, 2 News.